Hello everyone, Ant here from AVSL and welcome to part 2 of our look at the NUX MG-50Li. In this video we'll be building a versatile rock inspired patch from scratch, making use of the MG-50Li's scene functionality to create both a rhythm and lead variations within a single preset. We'll also be taking a closer look at the neural amp modelling and deep image technology, exploring what's included with the unit and how these features can further expand your tonal options. If you haven't already seen part 1, where we cover the factory presets, a clean patch creation and an overview of amp capture and profiling, be sure to check that out along with our other MG-50Li videos. For now, let's dive in and start building some tones. Now let's look at creating a patch with a little bit more dirt involved. So first and foremost, again, we're going to choose our amplifier by clicking on one of the empty effects boxes, right click, hit module, and then again we go to amp. Let's look at something, a Brit 800. Let's add that in. What's going to happen now, as you see where we was putting our modulation and time base effects was after the amp before, what we're going to do now is put some overdrives in front of it. So click the box here, we go to module, we go down to EFX, and here's where we'll find all our overdrives and distortions. So let's keep it quite mild at first, and let's put a blues driver on there. So there's a blues driver now at the front. If you wanted something with a little bit more dirt, you can click the one before it. Module, come down again to our EFX, and let's look at something with a little bit more distortion. So full distortion, there we go, and let's add that. Having a little bit of distortion here, we might also want a little bit of compression or a noise gate. So let's put a bit of the compression there, standard K comp, and let's pop it there. Again, now we've still got all these other effects blocks where we can put our modulations, our reverbs, our times. Again, I'm going to put a little bit of modulation here. So we've come down and find our modulation, and let's put another chorus, but let's go for a stereo chorus this time. To give you a little bit more control over this overdriven sound, might be quite nice to also give it a little bit more EQ control. We go to EQ, two main types of EQ, 6-band or 10-band. Let's put a 10-band EQ there. What I'd also like to do, highs 1000 sins, let's put some delay. And again, let's go for a stereo delay this time. Finally, let's put some reverb. Choose reverb. Once again, we'll go for the spring. When all these different blocks are coloured, this means that they're active. If we click them once, we'll see they black out. It's not active, but it's in the patch. This can be set up using the control functions on the unit to turn them on and off while playing, or click them again on here and they'll be active. If we turn the full overdrive off and we turn the delay off, we can then copy this patch, hit copy again like before, and we're going to move this to scene 2. Scene 2 is going to be exactly the same preset as scene 1, however we're going to turn that overdrive on. So distortion, it's really going to cut through the mix, great for solos. Also, if you wanted to have the delay on again, you might want that delay off. Hit copy again. We can now move that to scene 3. So what scene 3 looks like at the moment. Scene 1, no overdrive or no distortion, no delay. Scene 2 has got the distortion. Scene 3, let's turn the delay on as well. We need to shuffle some of these down as we're yet to put an IR in place. If I go back to scene 1, let's move everything down and let's put the IR in. As we spoke about before, I'm using some stereo effects here, the stereo chorus and the stereo delay. So setting an IR up in stereo might be useful for this one. Click add, and we've got a stereo IR. We can choose 2 different cabs should we so wish. We could have 2 of the same. The 2 different cabs could be mic'd up using different mics and could be mic'd up at different points. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an overview on how to create patches. So one of the standout features of the NUX MG-50 is its support for neural amp modeling, but also with its amp capture technology. NUX call this deep image capture. As well as accessing existing NAM profiles from different websites on the internet, you can also create your own captures from real amplifiers, allowing you to take that vintage gear you might have, take the sound that you love and that feel of your favourite rig, take it wherever you go, all loaded into the NUX MG-50. So let's take a look at NUX's own demonstration of these powerful features and see exactly how the capture process works.
Hi, this is Kevin Chu from NUX. In this video, I'll show you how to profile your amp using the MG-50Li and the NUX Image app.
NUX Image Capture is an amplifier profiling system that can capture the tone of real guitar amplifiers as well as overdrive and distortion type effects pedals. The workflow consists of two phases. Phase 1. First, perform single layer profiling at successive gain stages respectively. Then, merge all layered samples to generate the deep image model. Phase 2. Deep Image combines black box profiling data, gain stages, with white box physical modeling, preamp EQ plus power amp to restore the full dynamic response and tonal characteristics of the amplifier. Both Mac and Windows users need to download the NUX Image app to allow capturing. For Windows, you'll also need to download and install the NUX ASIO driver. Connections and cables. Connect the MG-50 Send 1 to your amp's input. Connect your amp's speaker out to your load box. Connect your load box's line out to the MG-50's Return 1. Connect the MG-50's output to your monitors. Finally, connect your MG-50's input to your guitar. If you're capturing an overdrive or distortion pedal, all connections are exactly the same, except that you won't need a load box. Sound check with the Image app. You won't be able to hear any sound unless your monitoring is turned on. So after completing your connections, click the Listen icon to enable monitoring.
Okay, that's it.
Play your guitar and check the reference levels meter on the left side of the NUX Image. Make sure the detected volume stays within the red frame range. Click on Go to start profiling. Check and compare the sound by clicking on Model and Reference. Once each sampling is finished, name and save the files following the format below. It's recommended to capture 6 layers with a minimum of 2 layers, each corresponding to a different gain value. Export the image files to your computer. A deep image is a file that combines several image files with different settings. Deep image technology delivers a natural sound by combining different gain volume settings from any amp. Select at least 2 and up to 6 image files. Select amplifier or stomp box. Select an EQ. Click Load to export the deep image to MG-50, or click Export to save the file to your computer. Done. Switch to the NAM page. Select a NAM file that you've downloaded from the internet. Select a position on your MG-50Li to store the NAM file. Click on Confirm. Done.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of this very brief overview of the new NUX MG-50. We've only scratched the surface of what this unit really is capable of, and I'm really looking forward to digging into it a lot more deeper. Combining amp modelling, amp capture, the use of NAND files, and the built-in battery, the MG50 packs a real impressive amount of functionality into a compact and portable unit. Okay, so for more information on the NUX MG-50Li, please visit nuxaudio.com or get in touch with us here at AVSL. Thanks for watching, hopefully see you on the next one.
NUX.